Okay, we're
Hey
live,
Lance, how are
Jennifer.
you?
I'm freezing.
I know I've got snow on the ground that just the tops of the grass is sticking out down here in Winchester. I want to show you this listing I have down in Tullahoma. Check this out. It is going active on Friday for 437,500. It's 2580 square foot, 5 bed, 3 bath. I'm gonna pop
Beautiful.
up bigger pictures. Can you see those?
There
Okay.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the entry hall. That's the outside. Here's the layout. So you walk in, that downstairs can be an office or it can be a bedroom. And then that bath right there off the stairs, it's a 3/4 bath. So it's got a shower in it. It's got the old, separated living room, dining room, but flow to the kitchen, this great back screen porch. And then upstairs is huge. I mean, like a third of the whole house, if not more, is this primary suite. Then it's got four
I
more
never
really good sized bedrooms. It's all been
to the money show. I
freshly,
think I know this house.
yeah, freshly painted. It's got new floors in all except for 2 rooms because this room here that didn't need new flooring, and the kitchen we didn't retile. But I love this house. Let me
Know this
jump
house.
off of here. I
I did an
love it,
open
and
house
it
with you.
yeah.
I did an open house. This is in
Mm-hmm.
Tullahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
So
gosh,
we're
that's the
we're
one with the
relisting it
outstanding
at a different
backyard.
price. Yeah, we're great backyard, but we're relisting it at a different price. Um, and you and I were talking 2, 3 weeks ago. We were starting to get lots of applications because rates had gone down to what was it, 575,
Yep. Yep.
and people
Yep.
could stomach it. And
Yep.
now they're up. I think you said they're up closer to 6.5.
Yep.
But we see all the time with new construction rates as low as 4.5, rates as low as rates at 5.5. But this is something we can do too. And my sellers are willing to give certain concessions. So I want to walk people through how they can get a rate as low as 4.5, potentially. Everything is specific to them, as we always say here. Let me just throw this up here really quick. Where's my little picture
I
go?
know it's coming.
Yep, you know it's coming. Here it is. This is just an example. Just an example. But we're going to take an example of how somebody could take seller concessions specifically on this house and have a lower rate than the current 6.5 that we have today. We all think that this is going to get to a lower point so they can refi to a permanent low rate later, but we're talking about a temporary buy down. So I'm going to let you take over from here, share the screen, but just go with the idea that it's priced at 437.5 and sellers can give some concessions. Show them, like, again, an example of what you might be able to do.
Absolutely, Jennifer. So I know you want to keep it at 5 minutes, so I'll kind of go
Oh gosh,
fast.
yeah.
So
Sorry, that was
when
long.
rates got to 5.99 a couple of weeks ago, it's like the floodgates opened. We had massive applications. We had a lot of traffic. Listing agents had a lot of traffic through their homes. A lot of agents were getting calls about listings and buying. So it went back up. When the war started, it's cyclical. It will come back down. So more important than ever to talk about what we're talking about here. So how can people get their rate down to that? We offer a product called it's a not just me. It's very common in the industry. It's called a temporary buy down. So what a
Mm-hmm.
temporary buy down does, Jennifer, is it allows someone to take whatever their interest rate and payment would be, and it allows the seller to contribute towards that to reduce their interest rate. So today, just across the board, an interest rate would be on a this size home. I'm looking over at my other screen. The house is listed, let's say, for 437.5. If someone was putting down 5% at 6.5% interest rate today, their payment before their taxes and insurance would be $2,673. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on a screen real quick and let you see that.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about what's called a 1 second. Let's pull it up. Here it comes.
I'm going to
All right,
make
I'm going
it
to take
full
that.
screen.
Go
How's
ahead.
that?
Okay, can you see my mouse moving around on it?
Maybe.
The arrow?
No.
Anyway, 437.5 is
Yeah. Oh,
the
see it.
product.
Yeah.
Is right here. Okay, at a 6.5% interest rate. So their payment should be $2,673. However, through what's called a temporary buy down, The seller could contribute $3,262, which is 0.75% of a concession. And that'll lower your buyer's payment, Jennifer, to $2,400, to 2401
Almost
for the first.
300 a month. And I think
Absolutely.
that my
271.
sellers, yeah, it's all, I mean, you round up, it's almost $275 a month. And I think that my sellers would be willing, because they're motivated to help somebody out, to help this home get sold.
Absolutely. Perfect example. What's the effective interest rate? 5.5. So it's 1% below. But I could show you another example if you'd like. We
Yeah,
could look
please.
at an example. You want me to show, like, we raised the sales price a little bit and just got some concessions from the seller, a little bit more?
Yeah, because they have to be able to make the numbers work. So if we need, well, we have a little more margin than that. But yeah, show me
We look
some
at a
different things.
1-1.
Yeah, what's a 1-1?
Okay. A 1-1, Jennifer, is where the interest rate, I'll bring it back up, is where the interest rate is goes down to that 5.5 for 2 years. So I'm going to pull that up.
Okay.
Got it pulled up right now. I'm going to add it to the screen. Here it comes.
Okay.
All right. Got the same purchase price, Jennifer, 437.5, same start rate. Instead of 26.73 for 2 years, year one and year two, it would be $275 cheaper at 2401 a month. Annual
And again, I
monthly
think
savings,
those
32.63.
numbers are possible.
Got it. And so this 65.24 at the bottom here, Jennifer, that's actually a concession, and that's set in an escrow account for the potential buyer. So next
Okay.
year comes along, maybe interest rates went down, they can refinance, and whatever's left of that 6,500, it just uses a little bit of it each month. It's there for them to use to refi. If they sell it, they get that money back as well. It's not a fee. It's basically setting aside money to help make your interest payment easier. So that should be kind
Yeah.
of a quick explanation of those two.
Yeah, and that's a big house for 5 bedrooms, 3 baths for oh hey, Mark's not even here. For 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, to have a 2,400-ish dollar payment is good. And it's not like it's the old arms where it's going to go up to God knows what. We know that it's maxing out around that, what, 2,700 or what have you. Well, what if they did raise the price? Like, what if the buyer's like, hey, I'd like a little bit more than that. I'd like to do with these, I'd like 4.5. If they were
You're
able
gonna
to
love
continue,
this.
yeah.
Here it comes. So
I
that
know.
we can do something that's called a 2-1 buy down.
Okay.
What a 2-1 buy down is, it takes that for 2 years and it drops it 1% each year. So check it out. Let me make it a little bit smaller. So year one, their interest rate would start at, that 4.5 we keep hearing about, right?
Oh,
So now they're
okay.
saving $535 a month. At the end of
Wow.
that first year, Jennifer, it then switches to the 5.5 and they save $275 a month. So in this
Okay.
case, we actually raised the loan amount a little bit by about 2,500 so that we'd have enough headroom so that the seller could pay $9,600, $9,670 towards buy down the rate for their potential buyer. So it's a great tool for a potential buyer and the seller, actually, because these high rates kind of scare people away. This is like a win for everyone.
Right. And then at the end of that, it goes to that 2688
Yep.
and it stays there until they refi or whatever, which that's what we're all thinking is, I mean, rates have been higher than we've all expected for a little while. We don't have a magic ball, but I think everybody at the Fed is kind of working to get it under 6 because that is kind of a magic number tipping point.
When you show those numbers to people, $500 a month savings, 275, it's a game changer, Jennifer. I think it'll really
Yeah.
pay dividends to potential buyers on an awesome property you have.
Thank you. And it's great to know that there are ways to get the rate down to 4.5 and ways to get the rate down to 5.5 that are not outside of the realm of possibility. Now, again, that was an example. We used, I think that you plugged the numbers once with a credit score of around 665, another time with 700. They were coming up similar. So it's going to be based on your rate and your specifics. But it's not going to be probably terribly far off from that. And it's probably not going to be a situation where someone's like, you can't get this.
Well, what's super important to say in that example was an FHA. So someone
Oh,
might come in with a conforming, it would be a little bit different. And guess what? Could be VA. It could be USDA. There's a lot of different things. This house, by the way, if I remember correctly, is really close to Arnold Air Force Base, so it'd be great
20
for a
minutes to
family.
the AEDC
Yeah.
gate.
So we topped off at 10 minutes. It's hard to talk about that in 5.
That's good. Thank
Thanks,
you. I
Jennifer.
appreciate it. We'll come back and pick your brain some more.
You got it. Always happy to help your clients, Jennifer.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Appreciate it.